What's up, y'all? Tapping in, fresh from the run, releasing all things that need to be released in this full moon energy. Shout out to the cat on the doorstep. Hey, Militia Hair, what's up? What's up, everybody? Say what's up. Where y'all from? Matter of fact, shout out to the inspiration from which I always felt like that, but just seeing it, the inspiration from the other beings who tapping in with the soul fam in the particular areas. Gotta connect with the Louisiana soul fam. See who out here. But all right, from the UK, Miss Militia Hair, what's up? What's up? Tanila Palmer, what's up? What's up? Where you repping from, Miss Tani? That's that right? Tania? A Tan? Hey, shout out to Militia Hair. You see, man, that's so beautiful. I'm grateful. Thank you, Miss Militia. Matter of fact, Miss Militia, send me an email with your address and stuff. And I know you're in the UK, but I ship internationally. I'm gonna ship you a little crystal gift. Got a little crystal gift for you. But and if you don't know my email, just remind me and I'll plug it in. But it should be underneath most of all my other videos and stuff like that. It's epiclifestyles@gmail. But send me your address info. You know what I'm saying? Hood afternoon, baby. Kojo the Sergeant. All right, got Ohio in this thing. Shout out to Bone Thugs and Harmony. That was my one of my first favorite rap groups right there. And them boys was tapped in too on some other shit, whether they was consciously aware of it or not. East 1999, Eternal, them 999 and Bone Thugs, but in harmony, harmonizing the thuggery within. You know what I'm saying? And quiet as kept, bro. They really do have a strong legendary vibe. Like they done did songs with Pac, Big, did that a track for the soundtrack of Batman Forever. That Look Into My Eyes. I used to wear that out. What's up, baby? Got West Georgia in this thing. Tangela. What's up? Fully Focused Minds. What's up? What's up? What's up over there, guys? Make this Q&A, man. Any questions about right now that y'all want to bring up? Means type it in the chat. And I'm just checking in. Right now I'm doing that balanced job of being aware of the changes that's going on, you know, externally, you know, at the same time not getting caught up in it. You know, it's like I'm aware, but it's like I realize again, like just focusing on me, self-love, self-care, doing my little inner work, healing the little traumas, and the rest will align. Because I ask myself, you know, like, all right, let's just say, like, even go into an extreme, like, not saying going into it for real, but just hypothetically speaking, like, all right, if I was to, you know, go extreme with the apocalyptic vibe and be like, oh yeah, it's an apocalypse, like it's Like just say the world gonna blow up in the next day or something like that. Well, if the world gonna blow up in the next day, and shout out to the locks and Ashe to DMX Ashe. But I thought about the track. If you had 24 hours to live, what would you do? Who would you screw? Who would you want to notify? Or would your ass deny that your ass about to die? Hey. But anyway, but it's like, all right, let's just say this bitch will blow up tomorrow. Like, do I want to be pointing at the news channel and what somebody else not doing and just like, or trying to call out fake spiritual people or that, and to each his own, you know what I'm saying? Because I know we do it indirectly because we call out the falsehoods within ourselves. So it's automatic that we're gonna call out, like fraudulent behavior externally to some way, form, or fashion, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I wanna spend, like if like something coming through, I wanna be smiling, you know what I'm saying? Be, whether it's physical sex or sapiosexual sex, I wanna be indulging in a beautiful conversation, you know? Or something. I wanna, like how they say literally though, man, like transitioning with a blissful vibe, man. Not trying to be out here all bitter when I transition, all scared when I transition. I don't want that to be the last thing, but yeah, and that's just hypothetically speaking, because again, it ain't, from what I feel, that ain't happening ain't nothing blowing up tomorrow like that. But again, it's just like that whole vibe, like, all right, if I had 24 hours to live, what would I be doing? How would I be living my life right now? Would I be focused on the bullshit? Or focus on just enjoying life? And for me, like, having to call myself out on that, like, intellectual occult vibe, and just because you read a few books and stuff, and I'm not always on that vibe, but it has popped up before, As a matter of fact, I'm catching myself too, not to bring up old shit, because it's reinforcing it, But let's just say it from a place that it's healed, you know what I'm saying? I done healed that shit. Just seeing, like, again, like not being too in my head about stuff, bro. Like just enjoying life, like having fun. Like, if a queen was in my company, would I make her bored with trying to over talk about shit? Or would I show her a good time? If I had 24 hours to live. And again, as we say that, that's from a place of, honoring your alignment. You're not trying to, like, oh, I got 24 hours to live, I'm gonna do this or fucked up crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to harm nobody, none of that. Let me see what y'all talking about in the... No questions. Matter of fact, and like Miss Alicia already said y'all be sure to hit the like button. Y'all come through, tap that little like button, get them algorithms popping, so they don't try to slide my little videos through the back door. Appreciate that. And of course, any and all donations to the Cash App and PayPal is greatly appreciated too. Yeah, any questions? What's up, Extra International? too, getting that balance, like what I was just bringing up, not putting no fluff on it, not trying to, make it seem like, oh, like just go about your life the way you always been going about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, shit shifting, shit changed. Not even think about me exercising the way I do now. You know what I'm saying? I caught that download of like, I want to make sure I'm in shape. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I'm in shape. Maneuver. Because also, as things shift, energetically, man, again, everybody is not going to be quote unquote saved. That's not happening. You know what I'm saying? I done been there with the optimistically save everybody. But I done caught that download plenty of times, Here for the ears that's open to hear. But ain't no saving, everybody. And it's honoring everybody, without judgment. But it's also honoring the fact that there are levels to our growth. We all are not the same. As much as we are a part of the same source, energy in essence, on a deeper, way back level, on a bigger macrocosmic level, or should I say microcosmic level, on a microcosmic level, we connected, but everything ain't, everybody not the same in that sense. Straight Panther, what's up? Tarika, what's up? I realize to each his own, like every being serves some type of purpose, in this realm right now. For me, I'm one of those people that treat magic like karate, like having the ability to know that I could cause somebody to transition with my magic, if I want to take it there. Yes, and having to honor that, you know what I'm saying? Because, that's that part of us that wants everything to be all peachy and stuff like that. That's against that. And that's kind of part of shadow work, Like at Source, I think like, Source as a whole, like that's shadow work for Source. Is like, damn, I gotta be the life bringer and bring things in our life. And then I also gotta be a person that causes things to transition as well, you know what I'm saying? But just on the level of just like always doing shit to like fuck with people and be manipulative on that level, now I'm not on that vibe, you know what I'm saying? But I don't judge nobody who are. I discern when I come across beings, I discern. I know like, all right, that ain't for me. But I ain't knocking y'all, you know what I'm saying? And for sure, keep it to yourself, with all due love and respect. You know what I'm saying? But again, like none of that shit could really fuck with you unless you subconsciously believe it can. Like that's the name of the game. So if anything, like, having awareness if somebody was trying to fearmonger you into being afraid of, like, people could put spells on you and stuff like that. Like, what they're doing in that moment is the spell itself. You know what I'm saying? It's like trying to get in the moment you start like, oh, all right. And then, that opens up that channel or that gateway, for things to seem like it could get at you like that. You know what I'm saying? But like I just been on my shit, staying present. Again, that's why everything goes to the proactive aspect of focusing on solutions. I have no enemies and it's not no war against nothing for me. And everybody have their own perspective of how they gotta do things, you know what I'm saying? I got a Lilith moon placement. I mean, a Lilith and Cancer placement. You know, so I gotta move differently. Like, for me, it ain't healthy to be walking around worrying about, oh yeah, I'm trying to feel like, let me look for enemies or this and that. And see, it's like, I just use my intuition this time. I live my life focusing optimistically, positivity. You know what I'm saying? When a negative comes up, I appreciate it for what it is. And back, bro, I'm grateful for my negative emotions, grateful for that negative situation, because it's like a compass. It lets me know that I don't fuck with that shit. So that's why I felt negative. And I appreciate that, in the sense of like, that's what appreciate negativity on that level. But again, when I'm choosing to focus on something, I'm focusing on solution, focusing on optimistic thoughts and positivity. And again, like keeping my imagination live and being fully present in the now moment, tapping into whatever it is in the now moment that'll create my future, but not doing it as a means to an end, doing it because I enjoy doing it, It's like, and constantly just, again, staying tapped in with your mind. I feel like, that's where the meditation comes in as a tool to be clear-minded, to keep your head on a swivel so you could be aware, like, again, so you could see your triggers coming, like, because again, when we tapped in, to quote-unquote, psychic energy in that sense of it, and seeing things, like we see things coming to us, like we could feel like, all right, I'm about to come across this person, place, or thing that normally triggers me. And again, that's the beauty of it. That's what that comes in handy for. One of the things that comes in handy for. It's like, all right, I could feel that this situation that normally triggers me is about to pop up. So it's almost like Neo in the Matrix, it's like he vibrating high, so he moving so fast, you know what I'm saying, that other shit seems slow to him. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is right now. Like, as we raising our vibration, still remaining grounded. You could raise your vibration and still, keep that grounded energy. Because if you raise your vibration without being grounded, then it's like a tree with some, without any roots or with some rusty roots. You know what I'm saying? But raising, matter of fact, and that's been the thing for me right now. It's like working with my Moldavite piece. I will be getting some more soon, but I know let's see. Yep, I sold out of my last 2 pieces. Somebody got the pieces I just posted on my Instagram. But anyway, raising the vibration, but again, seeing the balance, because that's another thing I was gonna bring up too. I see I'm kind of going on a tangent a little bit, but knowing our crystal clock, knowing first our own inner cycles, our own inner seasons, the law of rhythm. Everything has an ebb and flow to it. Some, things cycle in and cycle out, and knowing like what crystals to work with the certain seasons we, in our certain seasons, and again, that goes back to knowing ourselves. Like being aware of ourselves and knowing like, all right, when I'm dealing with this or when I'm here or doing that, it's best for me to work with this crystal, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, with that Lionsgate portal energy, it's very key to, again, for me, where I'm at, I'm in that season to make sure that I'm applying some energy, raising my vibration to, to jump through these portals, to be more courageous and be in a high vibrational state, and not get caught up in no fear mongering and stuff like that. And you got to do whatever you got to do. That's where it comes into, not listening to everybody else, not even me, in the sense of, again, like take what resonate, leave what don't. But, I got to do things, in my little unique manner, and it's all different for different folks. But let's see. But just bringing it back to the black magic, matter of fact, and Moldavite helps to, like Moldavite and Petalite, for sure Petalite too. It's real. Matter of fact, Petalite said in most, when you look it up, it's like real good for like transmuting or dissipating like any like heavy magic that may have been, because again, people do have that ability to try to send things your way, but is your own subconscious fortitude or sturdiness that protects you from, allowing anything to happen because you're not all, believing in it to that extent. But walking through the forest in the yard. But yeah, let me make sure I fully answer that. Or you just asking my thoughts. Yeah, but again, back to it though, we all have that ability because, like again, being grateful for the light side of myself and the dark side of myself, you know, appreciating the part of me that could punch somebody in their shit, do a spell that'll cause them to transition, but again, like I said, for me, it's more like a karate vibe, It's not walking around just looking at like, oh, I'm just about to be threatening people with magic and again, like toxic is toxic. I'm starting to realize that, and you got to realize again, no matter if somebody's the same skin color as you or whether they look different or whatever, you know what I'm saying? This is about energy right now. Like if I don't fuck with it, I don't fuck with it. I don't care if you got dreads like me, got the same tattoos, work with crystals too, cause that be the thing. Like, and that's what honestly, that's what's dope about the experience that you do. Just have to like, discern. Like it ain't just no clear slate. That brethren and sister looks like me. It's cool. Cause they could be on some different shit. They could be on some real toxic shit. Some people, there are beings again like as above, so below. If below they have parasitic energies, then above, they will have like, forms of parasitic energies. Because that's kind of like what the energy that, when we talk about sleep paralysis and stuff like that, that's kind of like a high vibrational demon in essence, you know what I'm saying? Or entity, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it exists on again, just off of the simple aspect of the law of correspondence. Like, unless we're gonna say the law of correspondence isn't real, then like, all right, cool. Then, what is below isn't above, and what is within isn't without. You know what I'm saying? But if that is a universal law, then that's what it is. What's up, Dame Luz, Dame Luz, Zamora Christiana? What's up? But yeah, working with that moldavite right now. Or any little high vibrational crystals, but definitely with moldavite, again, because on that back end, you do want to be grounded. And like if you're a person that's always super, super grounded, or you work with grounding crystals a lot, or, like cool, you know what I'm saying? You got your awareness with your grounding, but for sure, like we're working with any high vibrational crystal, especially moldavite, you want to be grounded because, being too high, especially right now, it could possibly cause like a level of psychosis, and being aware of that. Again, like having acknowledged these things without fear mongering ourselves, It's like awareness, if I go swimming with some sharks, there's a possibility that I could get bit, but I'm not thinking that I'm gonna get bit. That's another thing too, because right now, more than ever, it's like that vibe of knowing, bro, I could be in the middle of a shootout and be untouched, because I know that it ain't, and hence like minding our own business. If you see somebody dealing with some shit, you know what I'm saying, that's their business, that's their karmic energies, or whatever they dealing with. Like, unless you feel like your inner being just like on an extreme, like, go help, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason, and you find out after you help that somebody that could really, really, are just in alignment with you, or really, really help you, or whatever the case may be. But, but for the most part, it's like, man, look, just minding my own business. that's why I would stay so much to myself, and that's why I realized, like, because even when I first started on my growth, when I used to meditate a lot and stay to myself, like, like a lot, like literally everybody almost felt like the Truman Show effect, in the sense of like they was just trying, like, hey, like, I'm trying to be in your realm, like keep me in your focus, you know, because like in essence, think about it, like, when we talk about the Lazarus energy or the Osiris energy or Babalu Aye or Baron Samedi energy, like resurrecting the dead, like our focus could resurrect some people from the dead, you know what I'm saying? In the sense of, like, it might be, uh, and that's to each his own, it could be family members or certain people, you know what I'm saying, where, it was in alignment for us to give them a little focus, to give them a little nudge on their growth, to resurrect them from a sunken spot. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely that energy. But again, for me, it just all goes back. And personally, connecting with the crystals more. I'm a crystal person, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my little man. I'm a earth sign, sun sign, you know, and not doing it just because, oh, I'm a Capricorn, so let me go work with crystals. Because again, like, that wasn't the case. Like, it wasn't like, again, I done told my crystal story, and it wasn't because, like, oh man, since I find out a Capricorn's an earth sign, let me go work with crystals. Like, you start to see how this stuff does just make sense automatically. Again, but it's the balance of not boxing ourselves into, oh, let me just do that because I'm a sun sign Capricorn, that's what we do. Like, nah, it's like, as much as possible, breaking down all the boxes, you know. Like, that's why sometimes I do feel a vibe to just not do videos, to make sure that there's not a part of me that's trying to keep a, unhealthy ego identity of being a YouTuber alive and trying to please people, you know, to the point where, again, like, it's a balance. Like, I definitely want, just genuinely from me being me, again, wanting to tap in and be like, hey, what's up, y'all? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? But it's not to the extreme of like, where I'm feeling down, I'm working on a part of myself or doing some journal work, but let me stop that to go do. Like, if I'm doing what I have to do, you know what I'm saying, and that's what it is. But even again, like, working through some of those energies, like having a, sometimes it calls for that. It done been moments where I wasn't feeling my best and still, did videos, you know. But again, it was through spirit. It was through my intuitive guidance, letting me know, like, hey, tap in, you know, for sure. What's up, the light bringer, Miss Rajette? Miss Tangela, you done got a piece already before, all right? Oh, that Ocean Jasper, that's the vibe right there, man. That Ocean Jasper is like that. Matter of fact, it's a beautiful, like, anybody who has a lot of earth and water in there, and that's how I'm like do consultations in essence too, like in connection with astrology and stuff. Is like, if you got a lot of earth and water in your natal chart, it's crystal like Ocean Jasper is like, that's like the poster child for for what, that energy in essence. It's like being grounded but still having a float of things, not being too emotionally overwhelmed, because you got that balance with the earth. And it kind of works in that solar plexus area and heart chakra area, a lot. I feel like when working with Ocean Jasper, it kind of bring like a serene joy to life and a serene vibe of having patience, with the ebb and flow of light. Again, carrying that energy of the ocean, like, and helping to be patient with our, more so understand the cycles and the ebb and flow of our inner universe. Oh, no, oh, light bringer, yeah. Like what I was saying again, everybody different, cause I know. So, and that's one of the things I say. I'm like, I have no enemies, and for those who choose to see me as an enemy, I'm protected against them, and I got what I got my repertoire for whatever is necessary. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's not when I say no enemies, to delude yourself in that sense. Of course, the contrast exists. Contrast gotta exist for it to even be experienced in that sense. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm not walking around like, oh man, my enemy. Because again, that's just not healthy for me. You know, people who have other planetary placements that may not be that volatile emotionally, or like, again, because is with certain aspects of the chart, it's like creating an energy that's prone to looking at the past, prone to looking at the negative. So it's like I gotta put in that effort every moment to just be making sure that I'm aligned, with focusing on what's going well in my now moment, focus on being optimistic about my now moment. I mean, it's two choices. I could be optimistic or pessimistic, and which one gives out the better outcome for my sole purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's simple science. Like, again, back to that. All right, if the world was going to explode tomorrow and I had 24 hours to live, would it benefit me to be focusing on the problems and fear mongering myself about what's going on outside of me? Or would it be smart to, again, tap into the fact that I know I'm a creator of my reality? You know, I'm creating my reality through my own focus, through my own presence, through my own emotional intelligence, through programming my subconscious. I'm creating my reality. So I could either tap into that or, two choices, you know. But again, it's not from a place of like sticking your head in the sand. Again, like, I'm aware, and I guess again, like, that was always my approach. Coming up, it's like my discernment got me. I don't have to like always be barking about or just looking around me to see who. It's like I'm I'm gonna get the little ring in the ear, or I'm gonna just get that little vibe. But like, all right, be aware. You know, because again, and I'm that's where that Sun Capricorn energy come in, like, like that serial killer, quiet killer energy of like, I ain't gotta broadcast it to you. I know I'm prepared to do whatever it is necessary if that moment arises. But again, it's from a place of not fear mongering. That a black tourmaline with moldavite. Yep, yep, yep. That's a fire combination. And then that piece I just did, somebody got it though, but that black kyanite and moldavite, which I gotta go ship that out today. But matter of fact, cause that black kyanite and moldavite, like that's a beautiful combination. Like, I feel like the only thing that would probably be just as good as that would be aragonite and moldavite. But I feel like aragonite doesn't have as a strong of a protective energy as black kyanite, but it's gonna have a strong protective energy because it's super grounded and it works with the earth star chakra. Again, because we are in this earthly plane for a reason. It's for you to find out why you here. You know what I'm saying? Like, or what aspect of you here to uniquely be or express in this lifetime, so that you could transition and get the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But again, like, if I'm spending all my time just like, oh, I wish I could leave here, I wish I could leave here, I wish I could leave here. But I came to do some shit in this human body. When I transition, I'm end up back in here, and that's gonna be the lesson. It's like, last time you was on that homesick, this is not my home shit, and you just sat around just wishing you were in another dimension, to the point where you didn't even fulfill your mission. So you had to come back in here, and and whatever, again, like I did the movie on the 12 movie specialist. You know what I'm saying? Before, when you reincarnate to the next movie again, you're gonna consult with the 12 movie specialists, aka the 12 disciplines or 12 disciples, to see like what angle or perspective, like 30 degrees Capricorn or 20 degrees, like what angle or perspective you want to have in this episode. So you can remind yourself not to fucking do that same shit again, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, fuck. I was a little bit too area-headed, so I want to come in with a perspective with more earth than, in my natal chart. I want to have, you know, Mars in Capricorn, or but like have a planetary complement to a Earth energy, to make sure that this time I don't fucking just be floating and still be tapped in. While you have like a Jupiter Pisces or something live Neptune Pisces vibes to still remind you too, like, oh yeah, it's spiritual and it's more than just this earthly plane, you know. But I got some mail coming. But yeah, it's a balance, man. It's balancing it out. Right, the light breaker. Right, cause another thing, like, is understanding too, like a unwoke person can't shift our energy, like, don't give that power away, to the external realm, like, again, like all the little stuff going on in the news and shit, it's like, just stay on our foundation, stay grounded. Yep, working on that focus. And I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Dame Luz, Luz. I don't know if I don't like saying Luz because it sounds, but but Dame Luz, Miss Rajette. Appreciate y'all. Felly Crown. What's up? What's up? Nexita 66. What's up? What's up? Yeah, that's it, man. And also, like, again, cause I be catching myself making sure, like, no blame game. It ain't them government officials over there, or cause of my mama raised me like this, or my daddy did this, or cause of this and that back in the day. It's like, nah, fuck that shit, fuck that victim mode shit, fuck all of that. It's like, bro, look, it's all me. Because again, just because certain people not right for us don't mean they bad. So also, like, not placing judgment. I discern that, that energy is not meant for me, but I don't put a judgment of like, oh, that person is bad, you know what I'm saying? It's like, because that, in essence, that's like if you ever went through something and somebody labeling you as like all bad just because you had a moment, And whether a person having a short moment from our time perspective or a long moment, but again, like, 10 years to infinite being is like a millisecond, you know what I'm saying? But, in this earthly plane, depending on your perception of it, it could seem different. But yeah, definitely doing the inner work and focusing on self. Like, again, like my self-care game is on fleek. My self-care game on fleek, baby. I'm telling you. Say, can I do a moldavite and pedalite? Are you asking like if you could wear that combination in essence? Are you asking if I have that in stock? I don't have any moldavite at the moment. And matter of fact, but I do have some pedalite right now. Matter of fact, my last piece of pedalite, and it's a singing pedalite. Go check out my Epic Lifestyles Instagram. send me a message. Let me know. But I got a matter of fact, it's a dope combination. Now, I definitely probably, yeah, I would recommend a grounding crystal with that combination. I mean, the copper itself that is wrapped in the little earthiness of azurite may create some grounding energy, but for the most part, I feel like it could use, a little more grounding. But now, if you one of those people that just you already strong, because some of us just naturally just sturdy in those areas, you know what I'm saying, due to, again, a lot of certain planetary placements. Like you might have like a lot of Taurus energy or Virgo or Capricorn energy in your natal chart. So it's just, you just naturally always, in some type of grounded state of being, so it wouldn't be as overwhelming to somebody who has a lot of air and water in their chart, or air and fire. More so I say air and water, because that would be volatile. You think about air and water, and then you bring in a high vibration with no groundedness, just air and water. So it's like, waves and wind, like a tornado on water, you know what I'm saying? Like, with nothing to ground, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I do have a singing petalite, and the singing quartz, it has like the own vibration in it, But I got that combination is petalite, seraphonite, and azurite. And matter of fact, with seraphonite, it's gonna be a great crystal for like tuning in with spirit guides, high self, going on the astral meditation. You meditate and visualize going into your little astral house or wherever you go to connect with your certain little spirit guides. And it'll also amplify like your I even had to do it, but amplify your inner vision as well too. And honestly too, like I'm telling you, like after watching the Truman Show, like distractions also become funny. Like it should get funny. Like after a while, it's like, cause it be so obvious. It's like, damn, it's so obvious. And then what make it more funny is that in some cases that the being that energy may be moving through may not really see it or get it, you know what I'm saying, at all. But you see it so clearly, and it's like, damn, that shit crazy. Like sometimes, like, damn, that shit crazy. How much is like multiple dimensions that exist within this, you know, within this experience on that level. But definitely, yeah, it's just like it's just funny at I mean, at most points. Golden sheen obsidian. Yeah, I say that golden sheen obsidian or rainbow obsidian. You know, it wouldn't have too much of that harshness like regular black obsidian. Which again, don't give, gotta stop giving black obsidian like it's like it's a bad crystal or anything. And not that I have been doing, but just making sure, it's like, just always being aware that it does bring up shadow aspects to a point where it's unrelentless with it. You know what I'm saying? So again, if you're in a fragile state or you're fatigued from, constantly having to, deal with certain energies, then you want to have a little balance to how you deal with it. Again, like how I brought up earlier, certain seasons and cycles for certain crystals, and knowing your crystal clock. Like, what's your crystal clock? You know that in June, in July, like again in Leo season, it's good for you to work with these crystals. And in Virgo season, it's good to work with the crystals that's organizing things and helping me stay grounded and focused and get my analytics together. So like pyrite, fluorite, rainforest jasper, moss agate, shungite, because the Virgo energy detoxifying, and also probably a crystal that has like a little bit of mothering energy. So like probably like a chrysocolla, because chrysocolla help like detox. It helps to detox the liver, and it's also gonna bring in like a divine feminine type of loving vibration, working with the heart and higher heart chakra. you know but yeah, straight panther, that you Gucci with that. And if you feel some type of vibe, just throw some rose quartz in there again, cause that's the like thunder and lightning, or however you want to call it, like that little combination. It's like that's the shadow work, that's the shadow work component. Like, I know there's other crystals. Matter of fact, cause honestly, I feel like and that's an amazing specimen that if y'all see me post those pieces with rhodocrosite, chalcopyrite, pyrite, and fluorite in it. Sometimes it'll have fluorite, not all the time. But like that's a fire ass combination. But honestly, like rose quartz is like on some keeping it simple, like the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. Shout out to my old mad teacher. Breaking down this problem, gotta use the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Not to call yourself stupid either. You don't want to word magic yourself as stupid, but on some joking vibes. But yeah, like, cause the black obsidian is like literally like the black obsidian. Like, imagine again, like something that goes in you to draw something out, or draw something up and out, or should I say draw it up? Let's just say, again, like you work with the black obsidian, it's gonna bring it up, and like, all right, now that I see it, bam, rose quartz, unconditionally love this situation that I normally would judge, or I normally would treat as bad. Well, I mean judge, meaning like I'm judging it as like it's either good or bad, but in most cases, again, the shadow aspects is in our earlier stages of the growth. All the shit we heard our parents say was like unfavorable behavior. Even if they didn't teach it to us directly, if we saw that our mom and dad didn't like people who did this, then subconsciously we saw that and was like, all right, then I'm gonna make sure I don't do that either. And shout out to that post I posted on my Instagram, where Lauren Hill was saying that she was like, shit, I gotta reintroduce myself to people. I be having to she's like, I had to reintroduce myself to my mom and my mom and my pops, and just within the growth herself, like having to reintroduce or find out who she is. She's like, I'm constantly finding out who I am. She's like, even like through, she was saying, like, with y'all seeing the music I did already and stuff like that, like y'all still getting to know me. Y'all still don't really know me. You know what I'm saying? On some shit, you know what I'm saying? But that's how, I feel. It's like I'm still getting to know myself. So it's not, it's a constant growth. Hence why to not be too rigid and clingy to certain, thought forms or certain egregors, group thought forms, Again, for me, like, with the black people this and saving our people, like I ain't one of those. I done had enough of DMT trips and mushroom trips to, I can't, like, I couldn't go there even if I tried, because another reason too, like, again, my actions is gonna help the people who is gonna help, so I don't have to be like, oh, my people this and I don't own nobody in this realm. Word to the butterfly that flew like this close to my head as I was saying that, like give thanks for the spirit animals and stuff like that. But yeah, it's like, bro, like even if I tried, I couldn't go back there, and especially because I done realized, like, shit, you helping, let's just say, melanated people regardless, whether you like, oh, I'm gonna do just that or whatever. It's like, just by being yourself, and again, like doing I appreciate my bodysuit and its melanin. But again, like, matter of fact, shout out to the MF Doom song, melanin on melanin, where towards the end, I don't know if that's Francis Chris Wilson he had sampled, but what she was talking, and she's like, we all got different forms of melanin. She was like, whether you was reared in Denmark, in Europe, or Africa, or whatever, you have some form of melanin, and it's tapping into it. Because again, you could have somebody, speaking of how somebody brought up, black magic and stuff like that, and like a person could be melanated as fuck and be toxic as fuck, or just not in a righteous alignment, and somebody could be as white as snow, but niggas outside trying to ground and got their dashiki on and they ankh and you know, and they respectfully understand like, hey, look, you know, I understand that y'all might look at me like a culture vulture, but look, I'm I'm genuinely tapping in for myself. You know what I'm saying? You can treat me, you know, I understand if you might want to treat me like an outcast, but look, I'm here for my healing. You know what I'm saying? So again, it just, you know, cause you know, I don't be on that hateful vibe. Just to again, like resentment and hate, bring your own energy field down. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, how somebody want to dress it up. You know, to each his own. You know, I don't knock nobody who feel like they justified and like always, you know, talking down on certain people, but it is a reality. Like, yes, this realm, like this sun, is hot. It's getting hotter. You know what I'm saying? And beings who can't deal with heat gonna find it tough to be outside. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no hate towards nobody. That's a fact. It's a fact. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's like, you know, it is what it is. Cause another thing too, you know, it's like I'm not gonna always be the hand to have to, or the mouth that has to deliver the unhealthy messages or whatever the case may be. You know, like I ain't gotta always be, you know, the hand that delivers the blow. You know what I'm saying? Like shit gonna take care of itself. Like I ain't gotta bark about it all the time. So it's got everything in place. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm just making sure I'm, again, like being in alignment and sharing when I feel the urge to share on my part. You know what I'm saying? Being myself, you know. But dame luz, shed light, dame luz. Yeah, cause right now, speaking of self-care, Miss Tangela, I'm not accepting any custom orders right now. It's like what's out there is out there. You know what I'm saying? Keeping things to where I'm not like trying to overdo it or overwork myself mentally. At the same time, making sure I'm not being lazy, but when the custom shop opens again, it will be known because I start making those announcements like, hey y'all, I'm accepting custom work. Hey y'all, I'm doing consultations. You know, hit me up. Matter of fact, because I'm gonna download WhatsApp so I could start doing again and just doing it. So I could start doing calls and the live videos or whatever so y'all could call in. Right, Lightbringer, you say no one is all bad, but some are lost. Yep, you know what I'm saying? Like, and choosing not to entertain the loss, you know, in the sense of like, yeah, the parts of me that wants to stay lost, I cannot hold on to that, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, like, transmuted by unconditionally loving and, again, working through it to make sure that, again, like, that part of me doesn't, you know, sabotage what I got going on, you know. But yeah, it's like not, you know, entertaining that energy. Definitely, like again, like casting pearls to swine. And especially if a person not asking for a consultation, I'm not about to try to, you know, preach like that. Aisha Raquel, what's up? What's up, sis? Peace, peace. Oh. See, I gotta stop. I ain't gonna say stop doing this, but for animals, it's starting to think I'm like a tree for real on some type of shit. Like, oh, I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm like, look at this little, whatever that is. Come on, bro. Get off. Get off, my brother. Go your own way. That's another thing too. Ooh, don't kill the sauce. Don't kill your omens. You know, like and I'm gonna have to just do another video sharing like all the little animal omens and stuff like that. But like say for instance a certain bug might mean, hey, something prosperous and this and that is coming into your life. But like say for instance it pop up but then you swing at it and kill it. And you just killed your prosperity omens like on some shit. Like you just like was like to hell. Cause again it's a personification. Every little thing is a representation. You know, and you know, not allowing our humanity, the fear in our humanity to spoil that connection, you know what I'm saying? Like how I made the video about the cockroaches, like, you know, me and the cockroaches got that understanding. Hey bro, look, y'all stay in y'all space. I stay in mine. Like again, like my room is just one part of a big house. And you could be walking through all kind of parts of the walls and doing a tootsie roll. Yeah, you could be doing a tootsie roll in the middle of the living room, wherever. Just as long as you're not in my room flying around when I'm about to go to sleep, is 100. You know what I'm saying? But the moment that happened, then you must have been a bug that's you here for sacrifice or to transition, cause. But again, I genuinely put that agreement out, and I don't like, you know, if I see a roach or something in another part of the house or something, you know, I'll be real with you. Like I don't, you know, like if anything, I just let them know now, hey, you know, like don't just be out here like that all crazy, all willy nilly. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I got company that's not, you know, which again, you know, of course, making sure that the company that I keep is, you know, uh, vibrating on that same frequency. But you know, just in case, you know, some people they ain't made it there yet, you know, like where they on their growth, you know, but it's like they still some kind of way about bugs. But it's like, you know, like letting company, you know, letting the bugs know like, hey, you know, we got company. Yeah, matter of fact, so right now the rose quartz is a great crystal. And matter of fact, that combination I brought up, the rhodocrosite, because rhodocrosite and rhodonite, which again like pink quartz, or rose quartz, I should say, in the pink in rose quartz comes from manganese, and manganese is what caused that empathetic vibe, you know, and allows for us to heal. Because again, it's like unconditionally loving ourselves. A person could try to say, you know, oh, fight against this, fight against that, but you're gonna be fighting, and you won't have no harmony in your being. You know what I'm saying? Like it's an unconditional love aspect, you know. Because if I got all these multi-dimensional aspects that exist within my being, inevitably, then you know it's like I gotta do my best to harmonize these aspects, because you know they're gonna be here, they're gonna be in this bodysuit together. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's not talking about the unhealthy vibes. It's more so like again like the shadow aspect, certain stuff that we push to the side is bad, but where again it could be useful. You know what I'm saying? Could be helpful to us. But what I was gonna say too with the Leo energy is also like again, that's why peridot is one of the birthstones. But any yellowish green crystals, and especially chrysoprase. Chrysoprase is a good crystal for tapping in with that energy, and again, that's healing the inner child. You know, Leo energy. You know, the sun, and hence why the tarot card with the sun got a little baby on a white horse. You know what I'm saying? It's like that little inner child, like, hey, I'm healed. I'm riding the white horse of transformation, you know, but it's kind of like, you know, Yeah, it's like a solar plexus slash heart chakra vibe, you know. But yeah, yellowish green crystals in general, bringing that following your heart energy and that personal power and confidence energy of the solar plexus together. Yeah, cause matter of fact, I look reinforcing all that shit again, man. It's like nobody, like back to what I brought up earlier, like in a sense of just that perspective of I have no enemies, and for those who choose to want to try to look at me as an enemy, I'm protected from them, you know, just by that alignment and and not judging, like not judging, being discerning, intuitively, basically again, like discernment is like a word for honoring your intuition. Like I honor the fact that I do feel this funny energy coming from this person. So let me, treat them accordingly, you know, instead of like, oh, this person is bad or this. But again, yeah, you block a lot of blessings by that separation type of, you know, and which is meant though, because again, if you blocking yourself is because you're not ready for it. Like again, it's literally, that's what procrastination is. It's like the wisdom. It's like wisdom to not try to force something that you ain't ready for. You know, as much as it on a human level we talk about it from, and which again, that doesn't mean like, oh yeah, I'm about to just well, if procrastination is wisdom, because then that's not the natural procrastination. If you're saying like, oh well yeah, let me just make sure I'm procrastinating here, like no, it's gonna come natural, like well you gonna be looking to want to do that thing, but it's like fuck, I just don't really feel like doing it yet, and it's just because it's not aligned, like and again, like having to observe ourselves, and that's where the emotional intelligence come in, and just being aware of like what that feeling of not wanting to do it is trying to let us know. you know it may not be that it's meant for us to not do it at all, but this might not be the best moment for it, or whatever the case may be. And then come down the line, you see when you do have the energy for it, like everything lined up perfectly and with ease and smoothly, you know. Yep, like I said, it's melanin based, and then some people are made. But again, like, again, not even getting, because even if that's the focus, I realize that, like, if that's in my focus, then I'm still kind of like leaning towards, like, and again, like, man, like, if I'm not able to be in a realm like Star Wars, where like I could see Jabba the Hutt and not trip out, and then see a nigga with a ear in the back of his neck over here, and then see a being, that got tentacles coming out their chest over here, or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, or angel wings from this being, or some horns coming out of that being's head, or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying. It's like I gotta be like Star Wars, man. Won't be able to honor the multi-dimensional aspect of myself if I'm holding myself to that, to that vibration. But I'm about to shoot out, y'all. Matter of fact, so I'm gonna go back here. I'll check the mailbox. Yep, from darkness comes the light. And the real, and shout out to this realm reflecting the metaphysics of everything, in the sense of like when you shine the brighter a light shine, the darker the shadow, and sometimes the bigger the shadow. If you got a dim light, the shadow is dim. Also got me a little candle. And some little subconscious work, which ain't too much. Again, like, I realize, man, ritual work sometimes is unhealthy distraction. Like, you meant to be focusing on the fact or being more aware to operate in a manner where you respond to this trigger, but like you still like trying to like do a ritual or something to get rid of it, and it keeps coming back up because it takes like the necessary actions, you know, to clear it or facing something or communicating something. Like, here it is, you need to communicate with somebody, but you keep like, let me get this candle, or let me try to talk to Papa Legba, or let me connect with the Mercury energy, and da da da. But you know, and you still don't talk to who you gotta talk to or say what you gotta say. And it's gonna give the little vibe for a little while, like, oh yeah, boy, it's the ritual working, and shit come back up again. It's like, you know, that's why. And again, y'all remember hitting the like buttons if y'all ain't hit the like button. Of course, like and subscribe. Oh, got something. Yeah, person hanging. Yep. Hit the little notification bell so you can get notified when I do new videos. Subscribe so you could be locked in on that level. Feel free to share videos, turn little videos into little short clips or whatever. Do your thing. What else? Any and all donations greatly appreciated. Matter of fact, can I? No, it ain't. I can't type. Oh, I'm not able to type. But the Cash App and PayPal is underneath most of all videos. I gotta start tapping in with the soul fam that's in this area, in the Louisiana area, whenever I'm out here. And also staying in touch with the Cali fam when I go back out that way. And yep, light bringer, stones could be an unhealthy distraction. Everything outside of our body could be an unhealthy distraction, like across the board, you know. And some of us have something against certain things, you know, like some of us are real, like, oh, I don't want to fuck with no food. That's a distraction, so I'm gonna be a breatharian. I don't want to fuck with those crystals. Da da da. That I don't want to, you know. We all got our different little things that we key in on, you know what I'm saying, for sure, you know. I don't want to fuck with watching no YouTube videos because a YouTube video could be a distraction. You know, everything could definitely, if we're unaware, it could be an unhealthy distraction. Even your black seed oil and ginkgo biloba, because you could be selling yourself a dream like you're fixing a problem just by doing that. You know what I'm saying? So for sure, I think it's just awareness across the board. You know, if anything, I could see from this realm is like, you're gonna have an addiction. Choose some healthy ones. You know, choose whatever is healthy for you. You know, and detach from it. You know, again, that's why I'm making sure like you have days that you don't even work with none of your crystals. You know, sit them all outside, let them rest. Like, cause literally, I tell them like, hey y'all take a day off today, bro. Like, all y'all rest. And not one of y'all, I don't want none of y'all vibrating. No, like, take a rest, bro. All y'all take a nap. Cause again, it's like helpers, like anybody. If you helping somebody, you gonna want to nap too. Eventually, you gonna want to rest. You know. But like bring appreciate. Yep. That's that. That's definitely true. You know, cause just like again, like with the cannabis, I ain't smoked in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But some people like, oh no, you smoke to tap into it. You know, again, like we all, bro, we all got our little things that we you know. And again, I don't think you have to. It's more so detachment from it energetically, cause there's not enough of mountains. There's not enough of mountains and places in this world for each individual. If Source wanted, like if spiritual growth was about who could sit by themselves, and because even that is like a attachment or a fear, like you fear that you gonna get caught up in everything to the point where it's like, oh, let me just extremely put myself in that condition. And to eat, like I always say, to each his own on your growth. You know, I don't know what, like what's all beings terms and conditions in this lifetime. I only know my terms and conditions, and that's what I focus on, my terms and conditions. Again, like, and if you chiming into this, it's probably because, in some way, form, or fashion, some of my terms and conditions may be similar to some of your terms and conditions that you signed up for, you know. But again, I just look at the natural aspect of how things is laid out, you know, like in the sense of, if it was meant to be like that, then shit, it's like, there ain't enough of space for everybody to have they own the like about acre radius of quietness to themselves, every being in this realm, you know, including the multi-dimensional ones that's layered within this experience too, to have a spot to their self, and you have a spot to yourself, and you have a spot, and fully detached. Again, but again, I get it because it does get like that. That's where the balance come in. Cause I for damn sure make sure, like, I fall back from answering messages so quickly and being on social media too much, and I be fasting a lot. I do a lot of intermediate fasting, so to speak, whatever you want to call it, all the fancy words. But yeah, it's at your terms and conditions. Cause what for me with the crystals, bringing up my experience, like if I make a certain crystal combination or deal with a certain crystal right after something happened, I'm aware, like, all right, bro, this might be like leaning towards the crystal come save me energy. You know what I'm saying? So be aware and don't even finish making that little combination you thought of. Like, face whatever it is that you need to face, and then as a treat for yourself, if you feel like you still want to rock with that crystal or whatever, then do so. But you know, but again, as you bringing that up, I do want to hold myself accountable. It's like not lying to myself, because it is real, with not getting distracted with even the healing modalities. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Because even things that could help you heal could be a distraction. It's like everything is about timing, or quote unquote timing. But it's like that best moment for it, Because in one moment I go to read a certain book, it's the best moment for it. Then another moment I go to read and this being a distraction. I'm really supposed to be going to do this, and I'm going to pick up this book, you know. Or like I'm so focused on astrology, or trying to see what the planetary things is, to the extent where I'm like crippling myself and, being too, like trying to control or predict everything to extreme, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely. Piccolo sun, dropping that science on us. Sarah. Gratitude for you and the space you holding too. I'm pretty sure if you watching these videos and a lot of stuff resonating and you out here getting it too. So much love and blessings to you, man. To all of us, that's really, truly, genuinely tapping in and doing that work, man. Give ourselves the astro hug, pat on the back, astro dap, bam, astro pounds. Oh, matter of fact, back on the bull. Got that Tesla car. Well, not Tesla car, excuse me. Tesla technology, purple plate. Then also, shout out to the brethren, Honk, brother Honk Rising Sun. Getting me a little argon piece from him as well. I'm excited about that. Control of the sexual juices. Yeah, it does help. It does help keep things energized. Cause I think about with my YouTube channel and having a video, like literally each video is like a thrust, like having sex, like bang, 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 bang. Cause I wasn't doing, what I was on like a 2-year hiatus from sex when I was like in that middle, like from that 2015 to it's 2 years, 2015, 2016. Yeah, about 2015 to about 2018, 17, something like that. And then I came out of that situation, but with a queen that was aligned for that exchange. But even now, like I'm feeling like I'm like the Princess Zamunda vibe or whatever, in the sense of like not soiling my royal oats. Don't soil. You want to go to Queens to soil your royal oats. Hey. Oh look, Lightbringer just, it's all love. Just for you wanting to, donate, you putting that energy out there, it'll move through somebody else and they'll donate. It's all, look, it moves how it needs to move. Y'all Cancers. I'm a Cancer rising. Cancer rising. Cancer in my first house. So Cancer rising, ascending Cancer in the second house, and Cancer Lilith in Cancer. That's it. But yep. Then I'm Cap Sun and Aries Moon. So I'm definitely on some like leadership head first. Get like me, Cardinal. Definitely a lot of strong Cardinal energy. Hence why when I do look up, it's like, having to remember like, yeah, bro, it ain't like you're the only you in essence. Like ain't too many people do things the way you do. You know what I'm saying? They might have similar energies, but we all uniquely different in that sense. But yeah, because I know the Cancer and the Cap energy it again opposing by nature, you know. But again, it's like finding that harmony though. Like, and I definitely went through my growth, and you know, and had to allow for that Capricorn, that Cancer to shake hands within. It's like, all right, as much as y'all in essence opposing, y'all both like stability. Y'all both like a home, you know. It's just that the Cancer does it in a more intuitive, mothery, loving, compassionate, you know, way, and the Capricorn is a more of a farther structured. Let's make sure we got some type of business and energy, financial flow going. You know what I'm saying? So you could have a home to chill in, Cancer. Cancer energy within. You know we gotta help each other to help each other. Well, definitely. Oh, I shade to Nipsey Hustle. I just got a little reminder about that. You know, I shade to Nipsey. I know his birthday was just recently passed. I shade to the ancestor. The marathon continues. Yep, that's the best thing. Doing nothing. Like, I think about, matter of fact, shout out to my squeaky chair that everybody used to talk shit about in my old videos. I digress if that was a moment. But nah, it's all love. Cause I be with them jokes too. So matter of fact, cause it never did. I would always laugh at it. It's like it's all love. Look, you sitting here watching the video. That's another thing too. Why comments like that would never make any sense. Cause I always get the psychology like you sitting here watching my video. You know, if you so know it all or da 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 whatever. Like, you don't have to be listening to my squeaky chair, none of that shit. But long story short, sitting down in my little chair, and I would just sit there like and just sit, like waiting again, like not thinking about nothing, probably looking out of the window or something or like you say, looking at tapping in with nature, like 'cause that's what I do after my run. Like after my run, I just sit down, barefooted in the grass. Matter of fact, just my shorts on so my whole body could soak in some sunlight too. Just, you know. And again, with any and all this, these these aspects, you know, it's not the end all be all, but they're definitely all in combination are healthy modalities to tap in. Sarah, I'm gonna let you answer that question, cause I'm setting a healthy boundary with like certain questions. It's like, you can answer that question for yourself. So it's like, what do you do when when you forgot the name of a crystal? Like, what, you know the answer to that? You definitely know the answer. The same source that turns sperm in an egg into a human being, all that amazing source could bring that that question, could bring that answer up for you right now, most definitely. Like, what do I do if just research again? Just, you know, or sit in a meditation with it, you know, and ask it to let me know what's your name, or spirit guide send me to, you know, cause some stuff I don't want to babyfy people. I feel like some questions are just to hear me like talk about, like almost like some preacher stuff, and I'm aware of that, so I gotta be aware of it on my end. And it is what it is. If an ego get hurt by that, you know, as long as spirit know what's up, cause your spirit gonna love me for that. Ego might feel some kind of way, but to me show, probably just meant for you just to have them in your energy field, like, and not go as do anymore, like, cause again, just having them in the house, cause that's another thing too, like, I would rather, cause again, think about this, and this where shit get like somewhat hypocritical, like in a sense of like you going outside in nature. What's in nature? What Earth is? What's in the Earth's crust? We call ourselves grounding, and you connecting to the grid. You connecting to crystals. You know, as well. You know what I'm saying? Like in that moment, are you treating nature like how some people treat crystals? Like you're going use a external modality to tap in essence. Like you're using that to amplify yourself, tap it in. So it's like, for some of us, it's like, all right, if some people may live outside or live like always outside or closer to nature on that level, and some of us still be in houses and stuff like that. So it's like, all right, since I'm gonna be in this house, I'm gonna have a big ass amethyst or some moss agate and some house plants. So but like again, in some way, form, or fashion, again, bro, like this realm, like unless you are a yogi who's in extreme meditation, you tapping in with something externally, like and it's not, and I'm not here to like, again, I'm not wanting to knock anybody's perspective, or not trying to create no back and forth, or like, because it ain't no no duck season, rabbit season type of stuff. It's just sharing so we could really see, like, oh yeah, that makes sense, like, because sometimes we could be hypocritical about a certain thing, and it's like realizing that, like, hey, you might be suffering from a trauma of like something where somebody did some type of spell work with a crystal back in the day. So now you indirectly scared to work with them or something like that, or you just label them as bad when nothing is necessarily bad nor good. Again, like even this water, if I drink too much of it, you know, I could drown the cells in my body. You know what I'm saying? But it's the most life-giving agua, beautiful, life-giving. Sunlight, beautiful, life-giving. But too much of it'll burn the shit out you. And that's a part, again, like seeing like all these different things of what we resonate, why we all just finding our own little ways to tap in. Again, came in on our own little, terms and conditions. Yeah, right now I ain't gonna lie, more than ever though. Like again, like seeing that balance now is the vibrate. This realm done got to a place where, phones and all this stuff is here. And some of us then came, like, if you still in America, you came here because you on some spiritual warrior shit, you know what I'm saying? Like point blank period, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you came for this shits, unless you forgot that you came here for the shits in that sense, but you came to be a beacon of that divine light in this space, which comes with all kind of shit. you know. So it's like, all right, the tools, you know. Pick a little sun, say blazing that homegrown. Yes, sir. Homegrown, you done talked to it and loved it, and let that sunlight, real sunlight, hit it, and not no little lamps in the house. Yes, sir. Sarah, like Cap Son. Matter of fact, in that Cap Son too, like that's why I answer questions too. Like it's like I'm very practical and straightforward. I don't want to bullshit me or you. I don't want to do it. Cause again, I'm transmuting the bullshit, and I'm transmuting shit inside of me, so it's gonna come out as I speak too to the people in my external realm. Not just again, like and I said like that, we understand it, but I'm just talking it out. But all right, to Neela, you got like somewhat similar. You got the Aries rising, the Capricorn ascendant. Matter of fact, that's kind of like our little resumes right now for each other. What's your natal chart? Let me see your natal chart. What that natal chart do? What that natal chart do? Lua Bahia. I trust that, you know, you said my smile give you immediate healing. And me personally, I don't fuck with hope. And I hope that they make it know, I know, or I affirm, or I trust that this is gonna pop off. That hope shit, that's why it should be like a trigger word in all them little Disney movies and shit. Like, well, I hope that Jesus appears. I hope that somebody comes say, like, hope is like, it's a word magic vibe that has the energy of like not do shit, but just kind of hope that something happen. Hope that one day masters stop whipping us. But I get the picture. I appreciate it, sis. I appreciate it. Give thanks. Give thanks. I'm grateful to be in the state of being I'm in right now. As a matter of fact, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Cause literally gratitude, not only just saying the things we're grateful for, but actually feeling it as we saying it. Most definitely. You see, for me, I got like in my crib, I keep like the windows is always open, so I always got like a oxygen flow, and I'm hearing nature, like so I'm hearing the birds and stuff like that. So, yep, negative ions. Matter of fact, yep. Hey, because again, we gotta think from a perspective. We all uniquely different. Not saying it, and as I say this, is not to say like, oh, I'm doing this and you're not doing this, but just from the perspective, like, I came down here, I'm doing a YouTube channel in in the United States where it's like where there's a lot of things going on. So for me, I gotta move a little different than how others who don't do what I do. So, again, like, hence why we gotta just, find our little thing and tap into it and not criticize each other or judge each other for how we, tap in or what type of modalities we connecting with and stuff like that. Like, shit, you smoke or don't smoke, if you fuck with crystals or don't fuck with crystals, if you're a breatharian, you eat food, whatever the case may be. Because again, here it is where it's like we don't do things across the board. Like, it, I feel like, again, like, and I know that for me, I know I'm not here to go in the mountains and like be in meditation, like, for like my whole life in essence. Like just sitting down in the lotus position and never move, like day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. I didn't come here for that. You know, matter of fact, because I actually had to transmute that shit because it was disrupting what I came here to do. Like I had to transmute some old past life, you know, sit around, poor righteous teacher energy. That shit some bullshit. Like, go look at nature. Bro, it ain't just one blade of grass. It ain't just one leaf hanging off no tree. It ain't just one branch. Bro, nature's abundant. Infinitely abundant. You know? For sure. But alright, y'all. I'm about to go. I gotta go to the post office. Matter of fact, again, and remember, if y'all want to check out the pieces, I got some pendants I just posted, and I gotta post 2 fluorite pieces that I haven't posted. But that fluorite going, it's definitely a fire piece to be connecting with right now, cause fluorite helps to decipher from, you know, it basically helps to remove external influences, or the energy of, you know, external influences having an effect on us, and again, like helping us to tap into our own internal energy and removing programs, and like fluorite has like a, even though it's a cubic energy, so it has like a 4 energy to it, so it's gonna be sturdy, like that sturdy, practical, you know, like again like a pyrite energy, but it also has like a number 6 energy or a hexagon energy to it. So it's like a balance of like practicality with flexibility, kind of like aquamarine. Matter of fact, aquamarine and fluorite would be a great combination if you're trying to find that balance, like focusing in on certain things, like making sure memory sharp, focus sharp, finishing this project, this and that. But I'm also flexible. Like I ain't rigid about it either. You know what I'm saying? Third Eye Boogie. What's the dealio? Shout out to everybody up in the chat room. Shout out to our energy. Again, automatically protecting us from the trolls. You know, trolls can't exist in this realm. And even if they, it's just very tough. Yeah, Piccolo son. Yep. Everything is a different like stage of becoming God, right? I'm going through that process. Because again, like even the insect still is governing its, you know, its bodysuit. Insect got cells in its bodysuit, so it got to learn, you know, that process from that perspective, from an insect perspective. But yes, sir, Piccolo son. Nefertiti, greetings. Cause yeah, it's having to remember too. Again, like bro, people just operate from where they at. You know, they can only do their best. You know, that's what it is. Like they, like you saying, you know, like that aspect again, like that part of, like again in a movie, somebody gotta be Denzel in Training Day. You know, or whatever, you know, whatever the case may be. Somebody gotta be the Joker. Somebody gotta be Batman. Somebody gotta be Thanos. Somebody gotta be the Black Panther. Somebody gotta be Doctor Strange. When you're in Pittsburgh, shout out to Pittsburgh. I'm in Louisiana, shit. You can't dodge the heat. Now, it's balance in a sense, like, which we've been getting a lot of sunny days though lately, you know what I'm saying? But, regardless if the sun, even if the sun not out, that humidity have it hot too. Kudos to California for having that, whether they manipulated the weather or not. Having them sunny days with a cool breeze, man. That air element with that fire element. Solar plexus. That's why it's a lot again, like it's like a third eye ley line area. In Louisiana, like a root chakra area. Probably the most root chakras area since New Orleans in this area has like, well, not necessarily in Opelousas, but New Orleans being the lowest place sea level in America, at least from what we've heard or been taught. you know. But it could be seen though too in essence, cause yeah, like if you like, you could tell like just a lot of shit in Louisiana. You could tell like they tried to build some shit over swamps and shit. Like, this shit was in some cases wasn't even supposed to be built in some areas. Literally turn a swamp into it's like a big city. Damn, I'm all late and shit. Hold on, let's see. Out in Vegas. Nefertiti, yep, it's hot out here. Matter of fact, because again, like that's why I started. I'm like, oh yeah, it's perfect time to start exercising again. Because I'm one of them people again, that Capricorn practicality. It's like, oh shit, if I'm gonna be sweating like a dog in this motherfucker, I might as well let my muscles and, let my body benefit from this shit instead of just being in this bitch just sweating. It's like, fuck, let me go sweat some shit out and work out and. And it kind of creates a vibe where you do kind of get used to the heat in that sense of it, because I'm working out. And matter of fact, and I'm going out here like in the like 11 to 1, so it's like when the sun is at its hottest or at its, I said, at no shadow time, so to speak. I'll sit with that later. It's gonna come to me later. I ain't gonna get into it. I'm about to go. I'm about to go. Fuck that. Say fire and water has been kicking ass. Shit, I heard Earth too. I heard, matter of fact, much, much love and blessings to the people in the Haiti area. You know what I'm saying? Just got a little earthquake and stuff too. Y'all, peace. Matter of fact, remember not, cause we're getting the camera off, but thumbs up the videos. So like, subscribe, share, press the notification button so you get notified when I do new videos. Any and all donations greatly appreciated. If you're looking to invest in some crystal jewelry instead of just giving a donation, hit up my Instagram page, Epic Lifestyles. You know, send me a message. I got the little process of how to order on there. Again, that's temporary because epiclifestyles.live is it's in the oven. Almost done. Yeah, it's a mixed vibe, like, you know, again, because it's like some stuff, some areas do have to be rinsed or washed away very cleanly, and it's one of those things like being aware of like where we at and that energy of like, you know, the over, like what's the majority energy of a certain area, because if the majority energy is an energy what source, like, you know, it's so much the majority where we just gotta cleanse a lot of this out, then yeah, stuff gonna be happening in those areas. Same thing with New Orleans, you know, in some cases. And it's kind of, again, it's like a little, you know, like it's not all the time, again, because Hurricane Katrina was like, be real with you, I'm I've been in this little plane for like 30 something years, you know, and for the most part, Katrina was like the only one where it was like, oh shit, like, you know, like we could really, you know, have some harsh conditions behind these hurricanes, and especially with the, you know, the police force and stuff like that, and all the shit that was popping off out here on that level, you know. But other than that, it was all like hurricane season was always treated like a vacation time. It's like, all right, yeah, some power lines gonna fall and some trees possibly gonna fall, and you know, things gonna happen. Gonna be some flooding, but at the end of the day, shit, we could sit outside and barbecue. We ain't gotta go to work. You know, like what's funny is like, again, like that energy of the Caribbean, because again, like all those ancestors came up the Mississippi River, so that's why, you know, out here in Louisiana, like, because my great grandfather is a Haitian, you know what I'm saying? So it's all connected, you know, coming up this way. All those rowdy slaves that they were trying to break in from the Caribbean, trying to bring them through New Orleans and stuff like that. And hence why, you know, talk about Marie Laveau and tapping in with the magic on that level. Again, some beings, again, like speaking of toxic, like bringing it full circle to, yeah, bring it full circle to end it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody brought up black magic earlier, and it's like, you know, yeah, like some people be doing shit from a very toxic place. And when I say from a toxic place, that don't mean that when a person is like doing the stuff like where they might, you know, sacrifice a goat or a chicken or stuff like that. You know, that's not necessarily toxic if they going about it in the way, you know, in the manner that they're supposed to go about it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, what are you doing that for? You know, like, are you doing that to get your boyfriend back? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, shit like that type of toxic. You know, like out here like witching and warlocking for some ratchet, you know, nickel and dime type of stuff, into each his own, because I don't want to be the judge. I ain't judging. Come on. You know, because again, being in this realm, people could get caught up in those things, you know. But for sure, you know, not getting caught up in the toxic, you know, witching and warlocking energy. Again, like understanding though that we do have the abilities, you know, like just without trying, our energy field could, you know, influence people. So you could be a being that's not trying to manipulate, not trying to, you know, do none of this, and just naturally, you know, people, you know, because again, your energy is, you know, strong. It's like a titan energy, you know, like a giant, you know, energetically, you know. But again, that's why a lot of this work is like, again, like releasing toxic aspects of the ego, understanding the ego, not being against it, you know, but more so just with that unconditional love aspect and unconditional compassion with discernment, for sure. Right. What a time to be alive. Shout out to that little quote. So it's putting that little quote in people's heads so everybody could keep repeating it. It's a beautiful, what a time to be alive. DNA Creations, what up, what up? And Piccolo son, still no package. And yeah, matter of fact, that's another thing too. I feel like when October hit, because October the veil gonna be thinning up, and a lot of planets coming out of retrograde too. So we're gonna a lot of that reflective energy is gonna kind of ease up, so we could be less reflective. You know, again, dealing with the past from a place of it being relevant to our now moment, but less of that super reflective retrograde energy and more so like here and moving forward type of. All right, still must have not made it, but I got the receipt, so I see what's up. What's up, Mr. Pat? Big slime. Yeah, shit. Matter of fact, again, as I was looking at like all those most of the retrogrades end up shifting around October, so it's gonna be a whole different little vibe for sure. And it's gonna be opening up. And peace, happy now. Now the vibe great. Not too far in the future, not too far in the past. Again, remember to hit the thumbs up. All right, birthday in October. All right, ooh, yeah, yeah, oh yeah. That makes sense, my brother. That makes sense, my brother. Yeah. My Cash App, I tried to type it in, but it's appreciate you for asking DNA Creations. Uh, $ KarlHaynes. So Karl with a K and Haynes with no spaces in between. So KarlHaynes. Again, KarlHaynes. And any and all donations greatly appreciated. And again, if y'all wanna again check out some jewelry, because I do got some rings too. You just gotta know your size or whatever. But I got some garnet rings. I got one Root Raksha ring. Some agate rings. Got two moss agate rings too. Pretty dope. And again, I got the pendants as well. So again, whether it's donation or getting you a new piece, it's all. And yeah, let me see. Cause I'm doing this from my phone. Like if I was on the computer, I could do it. Let's see. Let's see. I don't. Yeah, it's not letting me. It's not letting me type it in. Now check this out. Give me a second to watch this. Since I'm right here, I get the pen and paper and write it down. The pen and paper, you hear me? That's another thing too. I'm like having to give out like all those attachments, bro. Even that attachment to that Louisiana energy and shit like that. You know, it's like, all right, you're multi-dimensional being. You want to stay in Louisiana, huh? All right. Be crying in a hospital in another city in Louisiana. Be reincarnated back in this bit again. Since you love trying to hold on to it so much. Bring that ass like what's his name? DC Young Fly. Bring that ass here, boy. Yep. I'm about to write it down. DNA creations. Give me 1 second. All right. Let's see. I can switch the camera, man. Bam. This is the cash app right here. And then all donations is greatly appreciated. And damn, I don't know if if she remembered, if she's still in here. Wait, hold on, let me not switch it off right quick, but let me look at this chat. See if I could go, oh no, it don't go all the way back to the top then. But sis from the UK, if you still in here, remember to send me an email for your to receive your piece. I mean, send me an email with your address and stuff like that, full address, so I could send you a piece. Again, DNA creations, everything. It's greatly appreciated. This message was brought to you by Epic Lifestyles. Get a little piece of that pie, baby. Yeah, man. Peace and blessings, y'all. You know, staying present, minding our own business, tapping in with nature, you know, loving ourselves unconditionally, you know what I'm saying? Being aware of emotion, being emotionally intelligent, being aware of our triggers, you know what I'm saying? Being able to respond to things, you know, but yeah. And not repeating and telling these same old stories. If we're working and we're working on it, we don't have to say, oh, well, I'm still dealing. Like, nah, I'm working, you know. I transmuted that shit. Like buttons, subscribe, press the notification button, the notification bell. Also, don't forget about the Patreon page. Interested in checking out the videos on the Patreon, because all the videos on the Patreon are exclusively on Patreon. So you might want to check that out. As a matter of fact, I even been dabbling back myself into the book Cyclomancy, and especially now with this whole I don't even give it that much enough of no power in my realm, but you know, all the little stuff that be popping off in people's heads and all that. But you know, bringing up cyclomancy, you know, because it talks about how the mind could heal the body. Let's just say that, you know, on a solution aspect, you know, our mind can heal the body from all dis-ease. But yep, that's it. Peace. Not too far in the future, not too far in the past. Peace.